Dr. Jane, you got to tell us, well, first of all, so 400 and some schools, Miami-Dade, they speak how many languages?
125.
125 plus languages spoken in the Miami-Dade schools. Jane is in charge of, Dr. Jane is in charge of all of physical education and health literacy. And aside for the budget for a few physical educators, her budget is exactly zero. Zero. It's her budget. And so Dr. Jane is the epitome of a champion because she figures out how to get it done. She writes grants. She goes to the pro teams in the area, the NBA, and fortunate to be in an area where those teams exist, and they support her. But what I really love, Jane, is your outreach as it relates to kids with disabilities and what you've been able to accomplish for those kids, not only when they're in physical education class, but just give an example of some of the activities they get to do and then what they get to do on the weekends, too.
What we've done is reached out to the community. And for example, we wanted to start a water sports program, which includes sailing, kayaking, canoeing, snorkeling, and we've added fishing and paddleboarding this year. And we reached out to one of our community members, the Aventura Marketing Council, who raised $200,000 and bought us 37 sailboats. So now we operate out of 3 community sites, the Miami Coconut Grove Sailing Club, the Miami Yacht Club, and Oleta River State Park. And what they've done is given us their facility Monday through Friday, no charge. And what we do is on times when school's off, they can use our equipment. We work with our golf courses, our bowling alleys. We bring children with disabilities to these public facilities. But here's where our community is so powerful, and every community in every city, is that for every child that goes through our programs, when they leave us, whether it's 21, 23 years of age, they will never have to pay to go to a community center to continue recreating in their own community. And that's huge. So we honor our community members for allowing our students to have access to their facilities, not just while they're in school, but for the rest of their life, to ensure that they will maintain physical activity. Thank you. Thank you.
And keeping with our program name, if Jane can do it, you can do it.
Exactly.
Right? As Jane said, if she can go out and talk to the park, the Parks and Rec folks and say, hey, how can we work together? Can we go after a grant together? Can we go get some sponsorship money somewhere? You can too. And Jane is a great example of that. So, challenge is on. All right, we're going to move on now to talk about Joining Forces and really the Joining Forces Fitness Initiative. Many of you have heard about Joining Forces because First Lady Michelle Obama and also Dr. Jill Biden, our second lady, have joined forces to support military families and the importance of supporting these resilient families as their loved ones are deployed and redeployed and the like. And of course now, equally important, what happens when our military folks are coming home and looking for jobs and the importance of us as a nation supporting them. And so we thought we should step up to the plate as well. So a couple years ago, we did just that with a Joining Forces Fitness Initiative. And Carl Edwards is going to tell us a little bit more about that.
All right, thank you, Shelley. Yeah, it's I'm Carl Edwards. I'm a NASCAR driver, and although you guys probably think, well, why would you worry about fitness? I didn't a lot, and I was inspired by Mark Martin, a guy that I still race against. He's 54 years old. I think he can do about 1,000 crunches and 100 push-ups like nothing. So that's what inspired me. But we talk a lot about families and inspiration, and we spend a lot of time in the NASCAR community with families of military. We see a lot of folks who've spent multiple tours, who suffered injuries, who really are away from their families a lot. And I think what Shelley and the Joining Forces folks have done is spectacular because they've asked folks in the community to donate time as trainers, donate time at fitness centers for these military families. And it's been hugely successful on the support side. We have a ton of time and a ton of the supply of that training and of those fitness centers. And what we need now is we need to get the word out. We need military families to know exactly who it is in their community that's offering this and how they can utilize it. And that's a question I have for you, Shelley. Exactly where should military folks go to find this out?
Once again, our website, fitness.gov, will take you, and if you do fitness.gov/military, it'll take you straight to the page. But as Carl said, we've got our friends at American Council on Exercise have pledged 1 million hours of free personal training for military families. How cool is that? Very cool.
Yep.
Anyone from ACE here today? Yes, thank you. Thanks for being here. And IHRSA, the International Health, Racquet, and Sport Club Association. Is Tom here? Tom? Hey, Tom. So IHRSA and all their members have pledged 100,000 health club memberships for military families. How cool is that?
Yeah.
That's spectacular.
So, as Carl said, we have the supply, we have those pledges. We need military folks to know about it. So if you know military families or can help us get the word out, and believe me, we're working with all of the DOD folks and the Guard and Reserve and the Yellow Ribbon Integration Project and so many more to get the word out. So we're working through all the channels that we know. But sometimes it just comes down to a neighbor, talking to a neighbor. And so if you can spread the word in your communities, and again, just go to our website, fitness.gov, it'll tell you more about it. Really, the families, all they have to do is put in their zip code, and up will pop where free memberships are available or where free trainers are offering free opportunities to be trained.
Once again, it's a great resource. I know that the time we spend with the military families, they appreciate it. Thanks again to the First Lady and to Shelley and IHRSA, ACE, everyone. Also, I can announce that the Military Channel and Discovery Communications affiliates will be airing a public safety or public service announcement, PSA, on how military families can access the free fitness benefits.
Yeah.
So that's great. And
That'll
thanks.
help get the word out.
And thanks again to the First Lady and Dr. Jill Biden they came to the race in Homestead a couple years ago. It was a lot of fun. So getting the word out, thanks to the military that are here today. We appreciate it.
Great. Well, thank you, Carl, for your commitment to military families and also for helping get the word out about joining forces. As you all can see, the council has been hard at work. Everyone's been making a pretty positive impact in all different environments with all different people with different backgrounds and different abilities. Well, as you know, our leading program of the President's Challenge is the Presidential Active Lifestyle Awards, also known as PALA Plus. It provides individuals with a simple 6-week program to help jumpstart their healthy habits. As you all know, for adults, it's 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 6 weeks, and for kids, it's 60 minutes, 5 days a week for 6 weeks. Well, our own champion up here on stage would have to be Dr. Stephen McDonough. He's a pediatrician, and he has quickly met his PALA Plus requirements. I believe I was told that once you joined the council in the first few months, you got your first award. So that's pretty impressive. Well, we have another phase going on now, and it's known as the Presidential Champions Program. The Presidential Champion Program is a program designed to encourage physical activity for those that have already made it a priority in their lives. The more you move, the more points you will get. Based on a tier point structure, individuals are incentivized to reach bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Now, I think if you guys know Dr. McD, you know that he's not striving for a gold. He's going to do better than gold. He's going to strive for that platinum. So, Dr. McD, why don't you share with us your experience?
Thanks, Dominique. I've been tracking my physical activity for a couple of years, and it'll take a couple more years to get to the platinum.
You'll do it.
Most of that's walking my dog. I got a 14-year-old golden retriever, and we're out doing a mile twice a day or three miles on weekends, but do some weight training and some aerobics as well. So it's been a good motivator for me to keep at it and keep doing it daily. It's very hard to reach these levels. It takes a long-term commitment, but we have one individual who's here with us today who has just reached the coveted gold medal status. He has accumulated over 160,000 points and been working toward this for several years. Congressman Mike McIntyre is the U.S. representative for North Carolina's 7th Congressional District, serving since 1997. He has coached youth sports for 7 years in t-ball, baseball, football, and basketball, including 3 All-American drug-free teams. He was the first volunteer coach in the country, and this is very impressive, to be certified by the National Youth Sports Coaches Association, and the first to qualify his teams for the All-American Drug-Free Team based on character development, drug education, and awareness. He is the founder and co-chairman of the Congressional Caucus on Youth Sports, which helps draw attention to the need for greater respect, cooperation, discipline, and commitment to youth sports. He is a veteran second baseman for the Congressional baseball team, and I imagine there's some pretty competitive players on that team. And he recently earned his black belt in Taekwondo, so his opponents probably are unlikely to spike him as they come into second base. Congressman McIntyre serves as a great example for his state and our country. Please come up to the stage so we can present you with a Presidential Champion Gold Medal.
Dr. Cove, would you come up, please? Yeah, let's go.
We'll do it in
Let's
front.
go front, guys. Yes.
Soon we'll get platinum.
Nice.
Congratulations again. Likewise.
Congrats again.
Great.
Thank you. Yes. Congratulations to you. Congressman, maybe you should issue a kind of a challenge to all your colleagues.
I know.
What do you think?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to, we've got probably a minute if you want to say, I think that mic is live right behind you. But thank you so much for coming. I know
Thank you.
You're a little busy over there.
Well, we are, and so I won't take long. I'll just simply say thank you. What a great example you all set, and to know that folks of all ages can continue to compete, be active, and have healthy lifestyles. One thing we did on Capitol Hill, we have a fitness caucus to encourage members to be involved and to be fit. We also have the Congressional Caucus on Youth Sports, which is, you know, that I started a few years ago to involve all of our sports organizations, from the U.S. Olympic Committee to the National League, sports, such as the Major League Baseball, NFL, NHL, NBA, the NCAA, and all other types of sports we could name. Many of you in this room know about that, to try to encourage a collaborative effort to reach out to young people for recreation, fitness, sports, and nutrition. And so we are thrilled to be partners with you, to work with you, and I'm honored to receive this. And thank you all for the great example you set for our nation. It's a challenge that is worthwhile and worth meeting. And with you all, we will have a healthier nation. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Congressman, and thank you, Dr. McDonough. As you can tell, so first of all, the Presidential Active Lifestyle Award, again, that's the six-week deal. Once we get you hooked, then we go to the Champions Program. And as you can tell, that's not for the faint of heart. You know, you got to work hard to get your bronze, and then your silver, and then your gold, and then platinum. I don't know how many years that takes.
Yeah.
But Dr. McD is working on it, and he's on a mission for sure. So again, invite all of you to join us in the Champions Program. We're now kind of reached a really special time in our agenda each year, and that is honoring our President's Council Community Leadership Award winners, as well as our Lifetime Achievement Award winners. This year, we are thrilled to recognize 34 leaders from all across the country with the 2013 Community Leadership Award. These are the unsung heroes out in the communities that are doing everything with nothing. And they've been nominated, and we have given them recognition, and all of their names are listed in your awards handout. So if there's someone in your community or nearby, please reach out to them and tell them what a great job that they're doing. On a national level each year, the President's Council presents up to 5 Lifetime Achievement Awards to individuals whose careers have greatly contributed to the advancement or the promotion of physical activity, sports, or nutrition, again, nationwide. Applicants are submitted to the Council throughout the year, and final selections are made by these folks right up here. To help us recognize these individuals, Billie Jean King, Dr. Ian Smith, and Dan Barber will kind of take turns here and help us announce the 5 recipients. So if we could ask Dominique and Dr. Coe to come back up. Sorry, should have kept you up there. We'll ask them to come up. And so Dr. Ian Smith is going to lead us off with our first recipient.
Thanks, Shelley. It gives me great pleasure to announce the first 2 recipients of the 2013 Lifetime Achievement Award. Award winners, when we call your name, please come up and accept your award and have your picture taken with Dr. Coe and our co-council chair, Dominique. And after you receive your award, you may return to your seat. Our first winner is Ruth Alexander. Unfortunately, Dr. Alexander was able to join us today, but Dr. Alexander is a pioneer in the field of women's sports. During her career as chair of the Department of Physical Education for Women at the University of Florida, she established the nationally renowned Lady Gator Athletic Program, which allowed women to participate in intercollegiate athletics. As a distinguished professor at University of Florida, she helped lead the Southeastern Conference for Women's Competition and Championships. Dr. Alexander was the first woman appointed to the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports by Presidents Nixon and Ford, and then reappointed as the Council's special advisor and clinician. She is a founding member of the Florida Governor's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports, where she served under 4 governor administrations. In 1987, she was inducted into the National Association of Sport and Physical Education's Hall of Fame. She retired from the University of Florida after 36 years with the rank of emeritus and is the author of 8 books. Dr. Alexander was nominated by Dr. Richard Keeler from Health Designs International. Dr. Alexander, of course, will be presented with her award at a later time, but please give her a round of applause. Our second winner is Mr. Kirk M. Bauer. Mr. Bauer is the Executive Director of Disabled Sports USA and is widely recognized as a pioneer of adaptive sports in the U.S. Throughout 40 years of leadership, he helped transform Disabled Sports USA into one of the nation's largest nonprofit sports organizations, serving over 60,000 individuals nationwide. As a disabled Vietnam veteran, Mr. Bauer helps provide sports programs that enable individuals with disabilities, including youth and wounded warriors, to lead active lifestyles. In recognition of his involvement with fitness programs, inclusion initiatives, and adaptive instruction for individuals with disabilities, Mr. Bauer is the recipient of various awards and was appointed to serve on the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports from the years 2006 to 2009. For his work and personal sports feats, he has been featured on ESPN, HBO, CNN, NBC, CBS, Fox, and NPR, along with the Washington Post, USA Today, and the New York Times, and various other news outlets. Mr. Bauer is a native of Oakland, California, where he is still an avid alpine skier, hiker, and cyclist. He received his bachelor's degree in political science from the University of California at Berkeley and a law degree from Boston University. Wow. Mr. Bauer was nominated by Robert Meserve from the Neenan Company. So please put your hands together and a warm congratulations to Mr. Kirk M. Bauer.
I'm next. Our next recipient is Grandmaster Mu Young Lee. Mr. Lee is a 9th degree black belt who has devoted his lifetime to mastering the art of Taekwondo. He's a pioneer who helped spread the Korean martial art in the United States and championed the inclusion of Taekwondo as an Olympic sport. He played a formative role in the establishment of the United States Taekwondo Union, later named USA Taekwondo, the U.S. national governing body of Olympic Taekwondo, and served as president of the organization from 1985 to 1986. He has been a member of the United States Olympic Team Services Committee and also served on the Executive Council of the World Taekwondo Federation. In 1983, he received the David G. Ravines Award for Outstanding Leadership and Service. Grandmaster Lee was nominated by Mr. James Montgomery from the Bay State Taekwondo Academy. Grandmaster Yu Long Lee, congratulations. Our next winner is Emilio Di DeBramo. Mr. DeBramo has dedicated his life's work as a teacher, administrator, and international authority figure, promoting physical activity among youth and special populations. He served as a member of the Joseph P. Kennedy Special Olympics Advisory Board and a clinician for the Special Olympics for 11 years. He was also a clinician and advisor for the President's Council on Physical Fitness in Sports under 5 administrations, where he trained tens of thousands of health and physical education professionals. During his career, Mr. DeBramo served as president of the New York State Association for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance. He is also recognized for establishing a Place Where People Learn Excellence program, which guided underprivileged students toward a higher education. The key to his professional career has been empathy, audacity, and enthusiasm. Mr. DeBramo's legacy will be the extent to which he changed the lives of people and organizations he unselfishly served. His most endearing quality is his love for all people, regardless of race, religion, ethnicity, or their physical and mental abilities. Mr. DeBramo was nominated by Dr. Richard Keeler from Health Designs International. Unfortunately, Mr. DeBramo was unable to join us. His daughter, Deborah Buckley, will be accepting the award on his behalf.
And the family.
And the whole family, as you can see. Thank you, family, for coming here. Congratulations.
There is one more. We're like running off stage.
Congrats again. Thank you. Congrats. Congrats. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Congrats.
Thanks again for reading the book.
Congrats. Yeah, of course.
Is this one on? Just a quick, before we get to our last award winner, I want to recognize the Hennessy's, Dave and his wife Millie, who are here all the way from Indiana, drove about 800 miles. And Dave, it's Dave, right? I should just say Mr. Hennessy. And see, Millie, I'm giving you props on the book, because what I want to say is that these two folks have written a book called Never Give Up on a Child, and it is the story of Mr. Di DeBramo. And I'm about 3/4 of the way through the book, and it is absolutely fascinating, the power of one, the power of a champion. And this book epitomizes it. So thank you. Thank you for sharing Dee's story.
Dan Barber, you're next. I just want to congratulate you for winning the James Beard Award last night for the most outstanding restaurant, your Blue Hill restaurant.
Speaking of awards, yes.
Woo-hoo. go.
Our final recipient is Antoinette Tony Yancey. Dr. Yancey was a professor at the UCLA Fielding School of Public Health, as well as the co-director of the UCLA Center for Health Equity. Her primary research interest focused on chronic disease prevention and adolescent health promotion. Before her career in academia, she served as the director of public health for the city of Richmond, Virginia, and as the director of chronic disease prevention and health promotion for the Los Angeles County Department of Health Services. Dr. Yancey served on numerous committees and boards, including the Institute of Medicine Standing Committee on Child Obesity Prevention, the National Physical Activity Plan Steering Committee, Partnership for Healthier America, the Board of Action for Healthy Kids, and the Board of Directors of the California Public Health Institute. Dr. Yancey authored over 100 scientific publications and more than 75 peer-reviewed journals and editorials. Her book, Instant Recess: How to Build a Fit Nation 10 Minutes at a Time, encourages all Americans to incorporate 10-minute breaks of physical activity into school, work, and community life. Dr. Yancey was nominated by Dr. Robert Ross from the California Endowment. We are all quite sad to share that Dr. Yancey is not with us today. Her impact in public health and physical activity will live on. Dr. Yancey passed away just a few short weeks ago. Her partner, Darlene Edgley, is here today to accept the award. And the whole family, I'm sorry, and the whole family. In our efforts to celebrate Dr. Yancey's message and passion for health and physical activity, we have multiple copies of Instant Recess donated by the California Endowment that can be picked up while exiting the meeting. So we are convinced that there is only one way Dr. Yancey would want us to celebrate her contributions, and that is to get up and move. In honor of her legacy, Councilmember Donna Richardson Joyner will going to lead us in Instant Recess.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We are honored to take this time to do a special tribute to Dr. Yancey. Are you all ready? I don't think so. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Tap the person next to you and say, it's instant recess time. And I'd like for you to start by just marching in place. Hold your stomach in, chest up, shoulders down, and just reach one arm up above. Let's go, council members, let's go. There we go, reach it up. I know you can reach a little higher, and I want you to think positive thoughts, and we're taking positive actions to a healthier life. Let's reach it up there, and now we're reaching for that good harvest, right? This was one of our favorite moves. You got to reach for it now. You got to work. There you go. Can you reach a little higher? And now from here, you're going to let your arms relax, and you're just going to step, touch, side to side. Just step, touch. You ready for some more? And now you're just going to pump your arms up. Just raise the roof. Oh, lots of energy. Yes. Now you still have your stomach in, right? Okay, good. Come on. There you go. Repeat after me. Say pumped up, powered up. Let's move. Say it again. Pumped up, powered up. Let's move. All right, hold it here, and you're just going to tap your foot in the front. Just a little tap. Normally we do a lunge. This was one of our favorite exercises. It's called the San Diego Surf, right? Here we go. So do the arms like a surfer. Come on, tap. Woo! Surfer, come on. There you go. And if you want to take it deeper, you go into a full lunge. Just tap. Where are the arms, Doc? Come on. Surf it. There you go. Look at your balance. There you go. Come on, wave it a little bit more. How does that feel? You having fun yet? I said, are you having fun? All right. One more. There you go. And now from here, you're going to march in place, and we're going to take just one knee and lift it up at a time. So just lift one knee, and we're going to call this the rebounder. You ready? Here we go. Take the arm down and bring it towards the knee. Rebounder. Let's go. Oh, I need to see more enthusiasm, more energy. Keep it going.
And we got to think of sowing good seeds. That's combining fitness and healthy foods so we can have a healthy return. Where's that knee lift right there? Come on. That's it. And bring it down and in. Breathe it out. You're doing good. You're looking good. Are you feeling good? Yeah. Come on. There you go. 4 more. 3 more. And 2 more. 1 more. And now here you're going to march it out. Separate your feet and just reach up. That's it. Nice and easy. And now you're going to take it across your chest. Take it across. There you go. Okay. Reach it right around. And now everybody hold to the right side. Hold. Turn right. Hold. Just turn. Turn side. Hold. Bend your knee. Just hold. And you have a calf stretch right there. You got to stretch those muscles out. You hold right there. That's it. And now turn to the opposite side. You hold right here. Can you feel that nice stretch? Yeah. I can't hear you. Can you feel that? Yeah. All right, come back towards me. March in place, and let's clap and give us the round of applause. We honor her. We love her, and a pioneer of health and wellness. Don't sit down yet. How do you feel? When I say how do you feel, you say real good. Huh? How do you feel? Real good. Huh? Tap the person to the right and left and say, let's move.
It isn't? Fabulous. Good job.
Yes, I was wondering what happened. Very good.
Great job. See you later. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, how many of you all are breathing hard? Not a lot? Oh, only one? The youngest person nearly out there? We got to talk to you a little later. Well, I want to say thank you, Donna, for that great instant recess, and I was pretty impressed that you did it with 4-inch heels on again. That was impressive. At 4 p.m. today, there will actually be a nationwide instant recess to honor Dr. Yancey.
Oh, wow.
While ours was a tad early, we're still excited to honor her life and her many contributions. So I encourage you and your friends and families to take part at 4 p.m. So remember that, 4 p.m. we're going to have an instant recess in honor of Dr. Yancey. Well, at this time, I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Bill Cole, one of the President's Council's esteemed and coveted Science Board members, to provide us with a Science Board update. Dr. Cole is a professor at the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston and the University of Texas in Austin. Prior to this appointment, he served as a team leader in the physical activity and health branch of the Division of Nutrition and Physical Activity at the Centers for Disease and Control Prevention in Atlanta. Since 1984, he has been conducting research in the field of health and fitness, developing and evaluating intervention programs for adults and children, and advising on a range of policy issues. He is the founding president of the International Society for Physical Activity and Health, and he is currently co-editor of the Journal of Physical Activity and Health. Please welcome Dr. Bill Cole.
Madam Chair, thank you. Council members, distinguished guests, it's the first time I can remember in a long time. I can't wait to get home and tell my wife I'm being coveted. That's really quite remarkable. Fly to D.C. and get coveted. I should be here more often. My task today is quite simple, really, is to provide a briefing for the main subcommittee to your committee. That is the Science Board of the President's Council on Physical Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition. I'm here at the request of our chair, Dr. Miriam Nelson from Tufts University, to give an overview, essentially, of what we do, what we have done, and what we are planning to do in the next year or so for your consideration, and also to take any questions and suggestions from the board, since we exist to serve your needs. We were established as a formal subcommittee in 2003, so we're celebrating our 10th anniversary this year, and we're composed of 16 leading scientists in multiple areas of relevance, scientific relevance to your work, including exercise science, kinesiology, fitness assessment, measurement, physical education pedagogy, sports psychology, nutrition, energy balance, medicine, and public health. And I think this is really one of the things that keeps this board as strong as it is, and that's the independent science advice that we're able to help provide to let you do your work. As part of our charge, we are to provide scientific guidance on the Council's programs and policies to ensure that they're best aligned with current research and practice. We act as a liaison between external committees and the Science Board, including advisory committees and other kinds of activities to complete specific tasks that you all have charged us with. We serve as a resource on new and existing research to the Council, breaking information and so forth that might influence how we can, as a group, collectively promote physical activity and nutrition throughout the country. And also we recommend the recipient of the annual Science Award, Science Honor Award that the Council gives each year. The Science Board develops projects with the approval of the Council throughout the course of our deliberations. We meet quarterly, and it is truly an honor for me personally as well as professionally to be able to serve on the board and see how we can be agents of change using science as kind of the background for what we need to do. So first, our past projects, or at least in the last 2011 and 2012 year, some notable highlights are that a member of the Science Board was actually presented at the 2012 American Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance Consortium. The Science Board members played an integral part. You heard about the mid-course review from Shelley earlier. We played an integral part in providing recommendations for topics, and a member of the Science Board actually served on the subcommittee for the mid-course review. The terrific I Can Do It, You Can Do It program, Science Board was integral in recommending members to serve on the consensus panel for that project. We also awarded the 2011-2012 Science Board, and perhaps our most important public outreach effort is the publication of the President's Council Research Digest. There were 7 issues published last year, tremendously focused on professional audiences. They're not overly technical, but they're not overly simplified either. They provide a very useful summary of key areas in research and nutrition, physical activity, physical fitness, and so forth. And that is one of our key kind of communication activities. We also published in this digital age 6 blogs. I was happy to provide one of those blogs as well. We have been working in several different areas, particularly you heard a little bit about the adult fitness test, the President's Challenge, and the other things going on. We serve as a resource to Shelley and to the staff, as well as to you, the council members, to provide scientific guidance on things such as communications, recommendations for the PALA, and other kinds of activities. Particularly, I think this year there was a good effort in reaching out and making sure that the PALA and that program was appropriate and useful for women who are pregnant as well. So there's kind of increasing access for that very good program. In the upcoming year, there's an ambitious agenda that we will do. We will try to achieve to serve your efforts. And first, really is focusing on the adult fitness test. This is because there was such an effort put forward in the youth fitness test and bringing that together in a truly monumental way the last couple of years that the council was able to do. It seems like a good time to also re-examine the adult fitness test and kind of bring that up to something that can be useful for adults 18 years of age and over. We know that there are health-related fitness parameters that are related to blood pressure, to diabetes risk, and these other kinds of things. And the adult fitness test was designed specifically to promote activities that can increase those fitness measures, such as aerobic fitness, muscular strength, endurance, and flexibility, as well as body composition, to help adults, lower the risk of those chronic diseases. We've identified really 4 areas of key improvement to try to bring this effort forward and to continue to make it relevant. First, The aerobic fitness test many times is done with a 1.5-mile run or other kind of things that we're all familiar with, but many older people are unable to do that. And there are several adaptations of an aerobic fitness test, particularly the 400-meter walk test that we've been examining and are recommending as an addition to the fitness battery that the adult fitness test can do. Second, as the program is maturing and so forth, it becomes increasingly critical to make sure the messaging, the results of the test, the feedback that users get over the course of taking the tests, the adult fitness tests, are personalized or more relevant, reflect current research and so forth. So we are examining the relevance of those messages, tailoring of those messages a little bit more, as well as adding more appropriate messages for older adults, coincident with the 400-yard test that we're recommending. Third, we're examining different norms, different cut points and different relevant cut points to define who's fit, who isn't fit, what it takes to get those various levels. And as new data become available, we're going to be able to recommend, I think, stronger and more valid cut points to be able to make that happen. And then finally, contingent on available funding, and Shelley is so good at this, developing this infrastructure. She said many times, something from nothing. The website is going to be really attacked very nicely and try, well, not literally attacked, but the website will be kind of broken down and made user-friendly, providing instant feedback. I mean, as you know, with the way technology changes these days, to stay current and stay relevant, we're trying to make sure that the website is in shape and competitive with other things out there to provide the best evidence. The first three of these things we aim to finish or at least begin by the end of summer. So we have an ambitious agenda to try to get those things in place by the end of summer. In the fall, hopefully, we'll be able to turn our attention to the redesign of the website and to be able to make it something that can continue to be useful. Another activity we're planning on doing is to really take a deep look at the Research Digest. For years, the Research Digest has been the go-to publication of your council, of this group, and has provided quality information in an easily readable format for lay audiences as well as researchers and practitioners alike. The circulation's about, I think, 1,500 to 2,000 now electronically. One of the things we're going to be recommending is different ways to get this vehicle out, this communication vehicle out further, wider distribution. We're taking a look at the editorial content, thinking about what topics are of particular relevance that reflects the business and the interests of the council, but can also help stimulate some of the activities, some of the new activities and programs that we've been hearing about here. We're also evaluating guidelines, manuscript development, marketing, distribution, all these kind of things that really will help keep the digest the primary communication vehicle for quality information from the council. And that's going to be in our next year's plans as well. And then finally, I have an ask of the council, respectfully ask, as we do our work, our leader, Miriam Nelson, is outstanding. She's got lots of great ideas. We would like to have an official liaison from the council to the science board, specifically so that communications can continue. We have the benefit of having your expertise on in our deliberations that occur quarterly, and we can ensure and continue to maintain a high level of communications between the subcommittee as well as your group here. And that is my report. I'm going to open it for questions and comments. Happy to entertain anything.
Hi, Dr. Cole. Thank you for that great report. I have a question. How can a lot of us council members, have a platform in which we are interacting nationally and locally with schools and communities, and we're always giving out messages? How can we better work with you all to produce some real deliverables, some concrete, not abstract, some concrete deliverables that is research-based, that we can go into a school and tell a physical educational teacher or a principal or a superintendent that this works and these are the kinds of things we need to implement. I feel like, and I'm glad you asked for a liaison because I feel like there's a disconnect, and I feel like we need things from you all that will help us deliver our messages to the public, as well as you need information from us to maybe help guide in what is going to be useful.
Absolutely. I think the dialogue is absolutely critical. The Science Board may have at least a pulse, we think, on what's current and what works, what's coming up, so forth. We don't have near the outreach and the connections and the influence, obviously, in school settings and community settings, so forth, that the council members do. And so I think you hit right on it. The first thing is this increased communication that we can provide. If there's a need, we can react not just at a quarterly meeting, but on demand. Say you're going into LA or someplace where you have a potential, or Ms. King is going to try to find a champion in a school district somewhere, we should be a phone call away. And with particular ideas, we can support that through Shelley, through the office, or specifically on demand through the liaison that we would ask to do. So I am bringing the message from the chair as well as the Science Board that we are open and want to do that, fulfill that role as much as possible.
And some of us would like to be able to contact you directly. I mean, I want to be able to say to you, listen, I have to go speak to, a conference about kids, and I want you to give me 5 bullet points that I can say about what your research is showing us. Bullet points, right, Billy?
Need the bullets.
Bullet points. Needed in a PowerPoint. Shelley?
Sure.
You need easy peasy, so people can remember.
And with all due respect as well, what our job is in the office, and this is where Shannon, as our Director of Communications and Public Affairs, comes in along with Joey, is that we take the research, we take the Physical Activity Guideline Mid-Course Report, and again, all of the myriad of research that the Science Board sifts through, and we pull out those talking points. So, Dr. Ian, I assure you those are readily available. We're happy to resend those and make sure that you have what you need when you need it. But those messages are readily available. They're boiled down to 5 bullet points, and you can take them out. Dominique's well aware of
Not all the bullet points.
Yeah, she's got to memorize now.
But the other part is this. The other part is we need to be able to say to you, help us understand a particular topic. Like, I'm happy with what you all produce on your own, but we also have direction. And if I know that I have certain things I need to speak about on a show, for example, I want to be able to say to you, this is what I need you to help me with. So the bullet points are great, but I need specific things depending on what my audience is.
I think I speak for the Science Board, working with the office and so forth. We're available to you. There should be no reason that information couldn't be readily available. Email or we do speak by telephoning occasionally these days. But I don't think that I'm speaking out of turn here. I think we want to be able to provide that in any way we can, because that only enhances all of our efforts, I think.
Yeah, and another great way we use the Science Board that I think would be very helpful to you is kind of figuring out, like, what is real solid research. We see so much in the newspapers every day, and it's a study a day that comes out that may relate to us. Well, how do we know if that was a good study? How do we know if it was really evidence-based and the methodology was sound? And that's where we turn to the Science Board early and often to say, hey, who's the expert in this specific area, or can you collectively tell us about this research? And if this research isn't the best, then is there a mass of research that we can turn to? Because sometimes we then get media calls. And if we get media calls, we want to make sure we're at the ready. Whether we're putting you in front of the media, council members, we want to make sure you're ready to go. So great points, Dr. Ian, and I think that is a way we can really be energizing and coveting our Science Board. Dr. McD.
Dr. Cole, I really enjoyed your presentation. What do you think are the biggest unmet research needs in the prevention and treatment for childhood and adult obesity, if you could just name a couple?
Yeah. Well, do I have an hour? Just a couple minutes. Sure. I think it continues to be a major problem. We've learned so much, and this imbalance between intake and expenditure gets at the root of this problem. I think for the council's leadership and the people gathered here, there are probably three key areas where we're trying, and just because we don't have all the research doesn't mean we shouldn't try. But I think in three areas, if we could really identify key research questions, how the families, different family structures and so forth, can best be leveraged to help prevent childhood obesity. We haven't gotten there yet. I think we know, you as a pediatrician, I think, can see the wide variety of problems across families and so forth. But the family unit, particularly for younger children, I think is absolutely critical. How we can leverage that, what are the best strategies? Second, I continue, and I'm a physical activity person myself, I continue to be amazed at the varying access to places to be physically active. We tell people go out and exercise if the neighborhood's not safe or if there's no park within GPS range or something like that. It becomes very difficult, and it's not something that is real clear. I think that if we can really address particularly the disparities in access to places to be active, safe places to be active, I think we're in good shape. And then finally, this is what's so, from a scientific standpoint, so interesting, we have to keep working on it, is what's going on, why can't we prevent the decline in physical activity during adolescence, right? Particularly among young girls. It's really quite dramatic and remarkable when young girls get into middle school and into high school, and boys a little bit less, but it's just this dramatic decline. And I think that area of time, that age, we really have to focus on where the levers are to be able to get kids to stay active. And I think that'll go a long way to the obesity, at least the prevention standpoint.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Cole, for your research, and also thank you to the Science Board for your commitment and your hard work. Shelley and I were just speaking, and she was saying that Dr. McD has decided that he would like to be your liaison.
Oh, that's terrific.
So, yeah.
We'll be in touch very quickly. We covet you.
Could I add that in? Well, thank you very much. Any council members? Great. Yeah. Well, I now have the privilege of introducing Robert Bobby Sanya. He was a wonderful young boy that joined us the other day in Capitol Hill at the school, and he was very active and, just an inspiration to everyone. Bobby is, as I said, an active 10-year-old from Orlando, Florida, who is also an Alliance for a Healthier Generation Youth Advisory Board member. Bobby loves sports and is very involved with the Fuel Up to Play 60 program, a program founded by the National Dairy Council and the NFL, and empowers students to take charge of making small, everyday changes at school. Bobby also participates directly with the Fuel Up to Play 60 club at his school, where he stays late every Wednesday to brainstorm creative, healthy recipes and make posters to encourage other students to make healthy choices as well. For his concerted efforts to encourage children to be active, Bobby was selected as the Florida State Ambassador for Fuel Up to Play 60. Now we have an opportunity to hear how Bobby took the initiative to go into his community and to find solutions and resources to truly fight this fight of childhood obesity. Please welcome Bobby.
Thank you, Ms. Dawes. Good morning. My name is Bobby Sena, and I am a Youth Advisory Board member for the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. I am 10 years old, and I attend the school West Creek Elementary in Orlando, Florida. About a year ago, I was fortunate to meet First Lady Michelle Obama and Executive Director of Let's Move, Sam Cass, for the Let's Move second anniversary. At the time, I was involved with improving physical fitness programs and lunch menus in my school. After meeting Sam Cass and the First Lady, I was inspired to take on a larger leadership role in my school and community. I wanted to join the Alliance for a Healthier Generation to help me with the support and resources I needed to make a difference in my community. Once I became a Youth Advisory Board member, I got to meet other youth members that were just as passionate as I was about creating changes and making a difference. Now, I have an opportunity to share, learn, and contribute thoughts and ideas from my experiences with other youth members so we can make a difference as positive role models together. It is so beneficial to empower youth to have an active voice and role in issues that directly impact us. The ideas that we share as board members and the input that come from different parts of the country are significant to sustainability. Our efforts as youth board members have made major impacts by motivating other youth to become involved and make personal changes in their homes. In Central Florida, where I live, I helped inspire others to get involved by raising awareness on physical activity and healthy eating. I have also established community partnerships with key leaders to provide support. But I also think that involving youth from the community is invaluable. The youth in my community have made substantial changes to their routines in school and in their homes to make healthy choices that will eventually become healthy habits. Some of these changes have come about from helping to coordinate a health and wellness-based after-school program and starting a project called Plant a Lot of Love and Go in my community. Through Plant a Lot of Love and Go, we have created 2 new gardens, one at my elementary school, West Creek, and one in a community garden at the local Community Food and Outreach Center. The gardens bring awareness to students and the community about the importance of being healthy by growing their own vegetables and fruits and being able to taste them. They will also provide healthy fruits and vegetables to those in need of healthy foods who would otherwise not have access. I plan to help other kids in my community grow the garden and teach them how to be active and eat right. And I hope to continue to motivate all youth by leading by example to affect change. Thank you.